Hello everyone and welcome to Top Gear 2. This is obviously the SNES version, if you couldn't already tell. I have played this. It's not blind by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, part of it is because I haven't beaten this game technically, but I really like this game, and seeing as the original Top Gear is gonna be 30 next year, I wanted to start celebrating. But I'm not good enough at the original Top Gear in order to actually beat the thing. Also, yeah, make sure you're watching this video series in stereo because you might be missing some of the benefits that stereo can provide. But yeah, this game is the lesser talked about younger brother of the original Top Gear on the SNES. And it was made by the same team. Look at me, already crashing into things, and this is only Auckland. Auckland! I hope I'm saying Auckland right. But yes, this is, you know, pretty obviously the sequel to the original Top Gear on the SNES. This game also had some releases off of the SNES, unlike its contemporaries, the original game and Top Gear 3000. This game came out on the Genesis and the Commodore Amiga as well. But I'm not interested. I like my SNES version. Though, I will admit, the Genesis version does have some nice remixes of the tunes from this game. I still prefer the SNES soundtrack. Also, yeah, this is just one of my favorite... This has become one of my new favorite games. Ever since I picked it up, I think it was like a week or so ago. I could never get into it when I was younger because of how the car physics are. And because I was used to the original Top Gear, but now I'm like really getting into it. And it's awesome. The one thing that is a bit of a knock against it is the fuel meter over there. It doesn't really matter all too much. It's only really relevant in a few races. Which in the original Top Gear it was very relevant pretty much all the time, but what can you do? Besides, there's tons of new features in this game to focus on instead of the fuel meter. Like you may have seen on our little pre-race screen, there were a bunch of engines and such that we could buy. You can upgrade your car in this game. And of course you need money to do that, so getting high ratings in races is advised. Now, as I recall, you need to be at least 10th to qualify, but that's not really that difficult. As you can see, we have $10,000 and like 8 different colors that we can make our car. And as usual, SNES emulation does cause a little chirping every so often for me when I record it, and I don't know why. But seeing as there is literally nothing I can do, we're just gonna deal with it. Also, those ramps, like the one I just jumped off of, are technically hazards for some reason, but they accelerate your speed for a little while, I think, and hell, they're fun to jump on anyway. We just picked up a nitro off the track. Yeah, there are little power-ups and pickups that will sometimes show up. So yeah, I just plan on playing through Australia today. Not really anything else. Just the several Australia courses. And then, you know, making a save and leaving it until, whatever the next nation is. I think it's Britain? I mean, yeah, just look at this. If you've seriously never tried any of the Top Gear games before, they are old and harder to come by nowadays without, you know, emulation. But, check them out. Unfortunately, the Top Gear series died off a while ago because of some bad mismanagement from Kemco, but we did get some pretty good games out of it in the meantime, while it was still going. And we may play more of those good games in the future. Alright, yeah, that was my fault. You do want to get first place every time because you get $10,000 for doing it, but second place isn't that bad. See, we still get $6,000 for it, so. Canterbury Plains. What I get for having the frame advance key right next to the start key. That's what I get. Hopefully future me edits that out of the video. So yeah, I know it doesn't qualify for this genre in the modern age, but you know, in 93, 94, when this game was making the rounds, this was pretty much in the sim racing genre at that point. I mean, I'm sure several, you know, DOS PC games exceeded it in, you know, simulation accuracy or whatever, but it was still in that kind of genre at this point. But, you know, as things advanced and sims on consoles got more and more closer to the simulation aspect, it has since fallen into the more arcade racing area. You can still see some of the sim elements it has, and that it's trying its best. Out of nitros. So yeah, there were some other racing games that I was working on, but I've just gotten so tired of. I'm not going to end up finishing. But, you know, I'm taking a different approach for, you know, Top Gear 2 here. So we got Sydney. And we don't have enough for an engine upgrade, but it doesn't matter. Also, just a note, don't ever, like, if you have any of these high-tier engines, like, don't click on this one, because that will, you'll have to buy the upgraded engine again. I don't know why, but that's how it is, so don't downgrade your engine. I don't know why you would, unless you're just messing around anyway, but don't. And here's our first wet course. You can tell it's wet because there's rain on the screen. Usually I buy wet tires in time for this course, but yeah, I'm not doing that this time. Mainly because it's fairly easy even without the wet tires. Or without the max level wet tires. The first thing I want to upgrade is the engine, actually. I want to get the level 2 engine. Yep, we got a money power up there, so we will get money at the end of the race from that. There is actually car damage in this game, believe it or not. I mean, it doesn't show up on the car itself, but as you can see, there's that little display up there. And, you know, if you get too damaged, you will start to lose speed. So yeah, you know, you understand what I was saying now, how this was pretty simulation for the time. Especially on a console, which, yeah, this was primarily a console release. Yep, we have no more nitros, so we're just gonna have to drive. Oh, and our fuel is low. Oh no. There isn't even a pit on this course, so the fuel going low isn't a big deal. So, only $1,000. And, well, this is the password screen. This is, no telling us our password. Yeah, it's telling us the password that I'm gonna use in the next episode, so I'll see you when I'll see you there.